Hey girl, hey, it's time to talk holiday. Let's be clear, the holidays are the best time to be working your business. It's also the easiest time to work your business, but you have to let everyone know you are in business. I contact everyone through text, calls, emails, and postcards. It's important to do this because some people will respond best to a text, while others love getting something in the mail. I like to make sure I hit up everyone. I want my customers to know that I have gifts for everyone at different price ranges. They can shop with me for a $10 gift or a $500 gift. I even offer gift certificates with a pampering session so the recipient can come to my home and pick out whatever they want. This is another great way to get them in front of the product and for a second appointment. I love to create a holiday basket each year. Thank you, Kristen Sharp, for this incredible idea of putting together small gifts that are pre-wrapped, and I carry them in a basket everywhere I go. I bring my holiday basket to the gym, to the post office, to the grocery store. The eye buys, and when people see that it's wrapped and ready to go, they are all in. One of my favorite places to take my holiday basket is the fire stations and the oil change shops. Men are sometimes last-minute shoppers, and they love a pre-wrapped gift. I love the holiday wish list that Mary Kay provides for us. I start having each guest that comes to a party fill one out after their appointment. This is an important
Is anybody
tip.
there?
You don't want to close them with this because then they won't purchase from you at the appointment. I make a mental note of everything they don't buy, and then after I've closed the sale, the booking,
Hello?
and the team
Did I
building,
just
I
get
pull out my wish list
bumped
and
out?
help them fill it out. It's a list of items they didn't purchase for themselves that they loved. Also, this list has a spot where they can list their Santas, all the people who usually buy for them. I start to connect with the Santas by calling and texting them starting in November. I know it seems early, but I want them to shop with me before they shop elsewhere. The Santas love that you have a list their loved one created, so they know they are purchasing products for them that they love and desire. I always gift wrap and deliver to make the process easy so they will shop with me in the future. Don't complicate it. You can find the holiday wish list in the Holiday Hub on Mary Kay in Touch. Faces take you places. Say it with me now. Faces take you places. Even during the holidays, seeing 30 faces each month needs to stay top priority. I love servicing my customers and taking reorders, but nothing beats that new skincare customer. And parties are easiest to book because everyone wants to show off their Christmas tree and holiday decor. Women love to gather at the holidays. Get creative with the themes and have fun. Spoil your hostesses with some free products and make it a point to show gratitude.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there, you guys. I wanted just to see the beginning. So give me, sorry, let me come back on camera here. Before we do the welcome and stuff, somebody give me some feedback really quick on that. who would you show that video to? Who would you send that to? Either type in the chat or unmute yourself. Me personally, I thought it really did a great job planting the seed of working during the holidays, because I think some people, they just think of Mary Kay for skincare. They don't necessarily think of it as gifts. And then when they see that video, they're like, oh, wait a second, I could do gift giving. I mean, I could totally do this. And I love how she shared carrying her basket around with all her impulse items. What else did you guys hear that you loved of that? And who would you send it to? Go ahead and type in the chat. I really want to hear what you guys have to say, or unmute. Anybody want to share? Everybody's quiet tonight. Okay, then. Oh, we got some. I would send that video to anyone I was trying to recruit on my team. You know what? What's really fun too is you could even send this to current team members to kind of get them re-excited. You know what I mean? Especially if they've never been in Mary Kay for a holiday gift giving season before. And so without further ado, before I turn this over, I want to share with you guys some samples here. So just to do it as a reference, Mauve Crush Blush. These all sound like almost the same. Hush Blush. Who came up with these crazy names? Okay, so just to show you guys these three. So I'm going to try to hold these as close to the camera as I can. So the bottom one is Rosewood, which is one of our this one right here is Rosewood, which is one of our current biggest sellers, and it's pretty much nude. So can you see how those other colors compare to Rosewood? Very similar. The middle one has a little bit more mauve to it, and the Hush Blush on the top has a little bit more of a brown tone to it. Again, you guys, these are going to be super, super, super popular. So you can get these because these are not limited edition. So without further ado, Kelly, do you want me to do the welcome or do you want to do it, babe? You're unmuted. You're muted, babe. You got to unmute yourself. Kelly, we can't hear you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. We're so excited for you all to be here. And it's actually kind of funny if you hold on for a sec, because hold on, I'm getting there. Okay, there, we should be side by side now. Okay, so welcome to Tuesday Night Live. Hi, Diane. I haven't seen you in like
I know
3 months. And I haven't seen a lot of you in a long time, but I am so glad to be here. What an inspiration it is to be here and watch the videos, hear everything, hear how you guys are doing. And tonight you're in for a treat, as we already kind of sparked a little bit about the holidays. And you're like, girl, it's hot out there. Why are we talking about the holidays? Well, have you gone into Costco lately? Have you gone into Sam's Club?
Or Hobby
Remember, we are what are we? What are we?
Retailers.
Thank you, Shannon. I think Shannon said that. Yes, we are retailers, and we have to be ahead and start putting that spark in other people's lives. And we just want to say this: everyone, get your clappers out. Just clap. Get your clappers out, because we're excited that you're here. You could be at home watching your favorite show, eating bonbons, folding laundry. Maybe that will get you here, with the kids running around everywhere, but you're here tonight. So good job, everyone.
So let's do some quick recognition then. So what I'd love you to do is type in the chat your sales since last Tuesday and how many new faces you did. Let's see who our queen is for tonight. So type in the chat your sales since last Tuesday and how many new faces you did. So let's see who our queen for the evening is. I have to tell you guys, I'm so excited about the September special deals. My customers are going to freak out.
Diane, did you get the memo from me that it's the eye makeup remover is what is the gift with purchase?
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
But what's the sample inside the catalog?
That I didn't ask.
Yeah, so usually the sample is something featured. So I'm guessing it's going to be either one of these new lipsticks or it might be a scratch and sniff or whatever of Blara. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so let's see some sales. Everybody type in the chat sales for the week and how many new faces. I realize it was Labor Day weekend, but a lot of you saw relatives. So we definitely want to include all of you in that. And if you're also brand new, would you come on and wave at us or type in I'm brand new so that we can make sure that we give you your oath and welcome you. I don't think Loretta, my new team member, is going to make it tonight. So I see Magda from Arizona is on here. Julie from California. I see Sonia Soto. Janine, all of you guys. Okay, so we've got Sandy Moeller with 265 and a new face. Carrie McCurdy with 450. Becky Alvarez with 250 and 2 new faces. Yay. Congratulations. I'm curious. So who did the most new faces? So that was Becky. Becky, and you know what, Kelly, feel free to type in your stuff as well. I mean, I always tell the directors, go ahead and type in your sales as well. So,
well, Diane,
yes,
I just
ma'am.
have to say this. You and I are the only ones that have our cameras. So we'll be the only ones that are spotlighted.
Okay, and you guys, you know what, here's the deal, and I'm just gonna tell you guys from my heart, especially if you're a red jacket. We ask very, very little. You know, back in the day when we had our studio and we would drive to the studio an hour and a half before the meeting, set up the whole room, put flyers on the seats, put pom-poms, put out candy, do on-time drawing. Like we'd set up an hour and a half before the meeting. We'd have about an hour and 20-minute meeting, and then we'd clean up and go home. So it was about a four-hour gig for Kelly and I to do that every year. Did that for over 20 years at the studio. So the fact that you have to just walk down the hall and be dressed from the waist up, I don't think it's a lot to ask that you guys come on camera. And I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. This is the business. And I know you can't always come on camera, but especially those of you who are in red, you should be wearing your red jacket, putting on some red lipstick and showing up because you are a leader. And we all want to see, we want to see your beautiful face, your beautiful smile, and not just Kelly and I standing here talking to a whole bunch of blank screens. We want you guys to be on with us because there, you know, it's no different. Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Janine. I appreciate that. It just makes it so much more fun to have somebody on the other end. Okay. So do we have any other brand new consultants that have not done their oath? Anybody new enough? Carrie, do you know if your newest team member is going to be on tonight? Jermaine?
No, not that I know of. My phone died and I have myself have been sick all day, but no.
Okay, all right, well then we'll do Jermaine and Loretta's oath next week then. Okay, so the next thing we're going to jump into, you guys, is we want to go over some contest programs and announcements. You are going to want to get a pen and paper. Trust me. Kelly Magoon, do you have the new green stuff on your eyes? Oh my God, I should have used your picture. Wait, come closer to the camera. I got to see you. Look at her. Oh, Kelly used it as eyeshadow and liner?
No, the eyeliner's blue.
What? The eyeliner's blue and the shadow's green?
Mhm.
Daring. Not a girl. Think
I
outside.
was playing.
Apparently. Okay, when we get it done tonight, I'm gonna go and play. Okay, so let's go over a couple things. First of all, it is September. Hard to believe it's September, but I will tell you guys, this month is pivotal, and I'll tell you why. Who looks at holiday selling right now? Kelly already said it. Who looks at holiday selling right now? Businesses. People that have a staff of 2 or 20 or 100. It's in their budget now to look for staff gifts. They might have managers, supervisors, whatever. Women are also looking for gifts now if it's a deal. Women love a deal. So if you're going to do special deals or whatever, that really will help you. And then men that are not buying for business, buy personally in December. Most women will be long done by then. But I really want to draw your attention to something. So you can go on to our boards app. And when you do, in fact, let me pull this up really quick. I'll just go to boards just so you all can see this. But if you guys don't have boards, if you're my unit or Kelly's unit, I highly suggest you get boards. But I want to show you what the special deals are because I already sent this out to some of my customers and they were like, oh my gosh, I better go shopping. There are so many things I want. So when you go into boards, and we're going to zip through these announcements really quick, but I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to invite people to some of these events. So if you go on boards, you just click on Dynamite Unit of Prestige. It'll put you on our board. So here's the September calendar for all the events. So notice we've got a fall trend report with Miranda Rains. We'll talk about that in a minute. Sharing event every Thursday. Overcoming objections. This is a workshop for consultants, overcoming objections when it comes to selling, booking, and team building. When they say to you, well, I don't know anybody to invite over, what do you do? Or I don't know that I want to do this. I want to think about it for 6 months. What do you say? So all about overcoming objections. The next one is Fall Beauty, and it's got the international makeup artist, one of our national makeup artists, and she's going to be using the new cream, the 3 shadows I just showed you, and some of the new lips. That's going to be a great one for guests as well. And then the last one for the month is skincare. Now, if you are a red jacket or above with 3 on your team, like Magda, Kim, Carrie, several of you guys, this red event is on Monday night. So please make sure you have that in your date book. Another super important date on here, super important, is this Star Consultant deadline. So if you did PCP and you enrolled people, I don't care if you enrolled 3 people, you're allowed to order on the 10th, all the new stuff. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys see that. Okay, so these are all of you who did PCP, and we don't need to see that. Okay, so now you're going to go down here to monthly special deals. And if you click on September, this is the one that updates itself every month. So did you guys know you can go in 2 days or 3 days before the end of the month and click on this and it'll show you the special deals for the next month? And the reason I do that is sometimes they put on special stuff I don't have a lot of, and I know it's going to be really big with my customers. So let me go on here. I want to show you guys the September one. My customers are going to freak out. I can't remember the last time the $120 retinol set was on here, but it's on here now. So when you send out that link, it doesn't send just this flyer, you guys. Can everybody see my flyer? Kelly, can you see it?
Sunflowers.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so you guys, this is September special deal. So satin hands, half off satin hands. Are you kidding me? That's one of our biggest sellers for the holidays. Vitamin C serum. Oh, I have a customer that drinks this stuff. She's going to flip out. It's from 60 to 30. Bestie bundle. What's your inventory look like for eye makeup remover and micellar water? They will buy that as a bundle. Retinol. I've had more people buy this mini compact. Every time they put a mini compact, my clients buy it. 3-in-1 cleansing bar. This is what a lot of people use in the shower on their body. They also use it to clean brushes. Nighttime repair. Retinol stuff is on sale, half off. And then, of course, here's glosses. I usually do every gloss. Like when they say touch of shine, I tell them it's every gloss, but you all do whatever you want. So here's what I will tell you. Let's say you got in $600 for your star. You guys know minimum star consultant is $1,800. And you might be saying, Diane, how am I going to do $1,800? First thing I tell you is you've got to have the end result in mind. You want to have 1,800 or more in by the 15th. Let's say you've got 6 in. You're going to need to generate sales from 2 places, current customers and people who are not customers yet. So if it's a current customer, what if you did something called double deal day? So let's say you pick the 10th of September. Just, I'm picking a random day. Let's just say you picked the 10th of December, or maybe you want to do it even sooner than that, the 8th or whatever. And you make that, you give them about 3 days notice that it's double deal day on that one day, meaning that for every $50 they purchase, instead of getting 1 item, they would get 2. So let's say they spend 100, they would get to pick 4 things off of here. Now I know you might be going, what, Diane? But gang, if it gets them hooked, they might go, I want to try that. I want to try the men's cologne. I want to try this. I want to try that. And if they want to stock up and order 2 sets of retinol, let them. So double deal day, you only usually do it for a day. But underneath this is a video that explains everything. There's the retinol. I'm not going to scroll through this whole thing, but it just goes through every single product that is offered at half off. So if it's something you're not familiar with or your customer's not familiar with, it'll show you, look at this. Here's a really cute eye makeup remover thing, and same thing with micellar water. How to use them, why you use one versus the other one, taking makeup off in a sweep. So this whole video, all the way down, features everything they could possibly want. Does that make sense? So this is something you guys can actually text out, and you can find the link in our boards app, but you can also pick a double deal day. Now, if you're not sure what a double deal day is, I will just go out of this and go back to boards, and I'll show you something. So you can go in here to boards, right? And if you click on this one that says save this link update, and you click on this, Monica has done such a phenomenal job, and we're so grateful. She was nominated for Miss Go Give, and she should, because she's so incredibly go give, does stuff and doesn't. She's going to explain to you though how to do the double deals. But if you go down here, scroll down, she's even going to give you the text of what to say. So here's how to do it as a PDF, which I don't look. Here's the September look of the month. Okay. And then down here, she has upselling scripts. So like if they order 50, you can send them one. But if they order under 50, like they order 40 or 30, what do you say? Here's other tips of how to do the special deals. And here's the double deals. She does it usually for you can offer double deal days for a short period, like 2 days. It doesn't cost you anything. She said when she did it in October, she had 5 orders from the first message. When I followed up with a text later in the day, I had 12 more orders. And one of those 12 orders was almost $500 from a customer who hadn't bought from her in 2 years. So you could, and here's the first message you could send out. Hey, so-and-so, it's double deal days. Today and tomorrow, you can get 2 special deals for every $50 you purchase. She literally gives you the script of what to say. And here's the follow-up message to say the next day. So you guys, you could do this if you're really trying to finish your star and generate some big money fast. That's one of the things I would suggest. Okay. All right. So let's go really quick over all these events. All right. So we've got virtual events. If you go back and you look at the calendar, sorry about that. I did not have boards up correctly. Sorry, guys. Okay. You see all the virtual events on here. So let's talk about how to invite people to this fall trend report, which has got, oh my goodness, sorry, you guys, that's got, let's go here to September. Okay, so you've got the Miranda Reigns. So everybody's like, who the heck is Miranda Reigns? She is a former beauty pageant person. She is a professional image consultant and stylist. And so she comes on, and we have her do this for us 2 or 3 times a year. I remember last fall, she was talking about how leopard is still in, and she said denim jackets are everywhere. White denim, black denim, blue denim, everyone will own a denim jacket. About 4 weeks ago, I'm at church and I'm looking around, and there must have been at least a dozen women in there, including myself. We all had denim jackets on, and I was just laughing. She talked about parting your hair slightly off center, wearing polka dots. She'll talk about shoes. So how do you invite somebody to like this? Well, take a couple quick notes. Number one, if they are a fashionista and they're into fashion at all, or maybe they're fashion challenged, that's always some of our clients, you could literally say to them, oh my gosh, we only do this twice a year. I really want you to be on. It has to do with all the fashion trends. What in your closet's on trend? Maybe what you should put in a box and wait for another year. What do you have in a box that you could pull out because it's back in again? This fall fashion beauty trend is amazing. Now, here's what I'm going to challenge you to at the end of the meeting tonight is the goal would be for you to have 5 people on. So you're going to need to invite roughly 12 to 15 people minimum in order to get 3 to 5 on. And I would personally hold your finger over the microphone on your phone, and I would voice text us out and say, oh my gosh, what are you doing tomorrow night? You can do this as soon as our meeting is over tonight. Grab your PCP list. It could even be people that are not customers. In fact, I would reach out to all your relatives, girlfriends, anybody who's not a customer, anybody who entered in the makeover contest, anybody. I would get them on this event. Now, it is also translated to Spanish. So here's the flyer. It's all in Espanol. So Magda, those of you who want the Spanish, this is going to be amazing. And Miranda's entertaining. It's about 35 minutes or 40 minutes, but it's quick pace. She's always talking about clothing. We will be giving away over $400 of Kendra Scott, Kate Spade, and a whole bunch of Mary Kay products. So you do not want to miss this one. And if you say, well, I'll invite you to the next one, but it might be 6 months from now. So they don't think we do this every week, right? You want to really get them on there. Okay, so let's go back really quick and let's look at, here's the sharing event. Here's the overcoming objections event, another sharing event, different speaker. Then we've got Fall into Beauty. This is where the makeup artist is going to be on there, Jackie, and she's going to be showing Janice all the different looks with these lips. She'll be demoing the eyes. This is a super fun way. In fact, you could say to every single person, they're going to get a gift, a surprise in the mail. And maybe what you do is you pick 2 of these lipsticks that just came out and pop a sample of each of these shades into the mail for anybody who jumps on. You use your lip samples. I mean, that's brilliant, right? Because they'll get on and hopefully fall in love with colors, right? So you've got both of those. You've got another sharing event, skincare class, and another sharing event. Does anyone have questions on any of the virtual events? Okay, I already talked about early order is on the 10th. Everybody else can order on the 15th. And the last thing I want to talk about, you guys, I am so flippin' excited about this, and so is Kelly. Who's going to Paris with us? So all Star Consultants, we are doing a virtual tour of 4 different countries. I am so excited about this. So all of you who finished STAR for the first quarter, your director may or may not be participating in the charm program. So talk to your director. But if she is, you'll probably get a charm bracelet and a charm from Paris or whatever the country is that we're doing. And the level of your star. So if you're a ruby, you'll be getting a little ruby gem and then one of Paris, right? And then you'll be able to get a link. Now, if it were me, I would probably hook up my laptop or my iPad to my TV, my 75-inch TV, and watch it on that. The woman we have hired actually lives in Spain. She's traveled over 50 countries globally. She is amazing, great personality, super fun. She's going to walk you through the streets of Paris. What are the hottest things to see? Where are the best places to eat? What are the people like? What's the culture like? You will be so drooling. First of all, you'll be going, I want to leave to Paris right now. But when you do go to Paris, should you decide to do that, you will know exactly where to go, what to see. She will have it all down. So the very first quarter, we're doing Paris. The second quarter, the holidays will be in Norway, because you know Norway is famous for the holiday lights and the ice sculptures. Then in March, we'll be doing Switzerland. And then in June, we'll be doing, I just completely blank. It's where the top director trip is.
Budapest.
Budapest. Thank you. I was thinking it starts with a B. I got a poster of it right there. Anyway, so it's going to be super fun. And then because all the directors had to pay to participate in this, all the money above and beyond what they need for administration and all the flyers and all the creative stuff and all that, and we pay the girl from Spain. We're going to be giving away in Starbucks gift cards. They're going to be giving away probably 20 to 40 Starbucks gift cards every quarter. So as soon as September 15th hits, your name, if you're a star, will be sent in as a winner, and then you'll be getting all your prizes. Does anyone have any questions on the star thing? I am so excited about this. To have a local person who's traveled all over Europe give us the lowdown, to me, that's like, when you can travel with a local, that is like the best, the absolute best. And Paris is where the Olympics were, so it's like the perfect place to start. So I'm excited. I want to challenge each and every one of you. Get your star done. If you don't know how, that's how you reach out to your director and say, I need a strategy. I need some help. All right. I think we're all done with announcements, Kelly.
Okay, ladies, we all know that we are. Can you guys come off your mics and say what we are? Thank you, Jeannie.
Number one.
Number
Number
one.
one.
We are number one in the world, you guys, and that's the second time around. We are the number one cosmetic industry in the world. So with that said, grab everyone. I want to go on gallery view because I want to see who all is on actually.
Somebody asked me that yesterday. They said, well, what about Arbonne? And I said, well, they're a direct selling company, but they're not in the top two. So I said, we are number one globally, skincare and color of all direct selling companies in the world. And you guys, I heard that there's over 300 and something major cosmetic companies.
Number one in the world.
Yep.
So ladies, I see Jeannie, I see Connie, and I see Donna, and we are proud of you that you have your camera on, and we want you, Donna knows this. Run if you need to run, or just grab a pen and piece of paper. On your mark, get set, go.
Everybody go, grab paper and pen.
Okay, I see it, and here we're gonna go. Mark your papers down 1 through 5. I hope Shannon and Carrie and Magda and Becky and Julie and
Sonia and
why
Kim.
does that say Charlene Howard when it's Sonia? Or Charlene Howard and
Shailene.
Sonia?
It's Shailene Howard.
No,
Oh,
Shalane.
Howard,
Shalane.
Sandra, Moeller, Sonia, Kim. You guys will all participate, okay? Mark your pages 1 through 5. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to give the answer. And then we're going to look.
So this is part of boot camp, you guys, because the way to be a confident consultant is to know your product.
Okay, so find, Diane, I don't want you to say that because you're giving away what we're doing.
Oh, sorry.
Don't say nothing. I'll get to that. Okay, how many different mascaras do we have in our company? And just write it down and write down each one.
They're supposed to write all this down. They're not shouting it out loud, right?
Nope, no shouting. No shouting. At least not right this second.
Okay.
We'll shout in a little bit.
I know you all know the brand that you use.
Do you want just the number or do you want the names of each one?
The name of each one. And if you are writing really quickly, then say what it does. Put your pen up when you are done. Or write in the chat when you're done. Ooh, that is a cool camera there. Whose is that? Sandy Moeller.
I been having trouble with my camera and it has to like warm up, but I don't know what's wrong with it.
It's okay. We know you're there. I think that's fun.
Well, I would like to get it fixed somehow, but I'm hesitant to call the computer guy, but I'm not sure. It's not getting better.
Okay, yep, I see just white, but that's okay.
I
You'll
know.
get it fixed. You'll figure it out.
Okay, so for the two of
Okay.
you, so for the two of you that just came on, grab a piece of paper. Kelly asked, what? Kelly, say the question again.
Write down 1 through 5 on your piece of paper. And then the first question is, how many mascaras do we have in Mary Kay? Put the names to it and what each one does. Okay, that was question number 1. Question number 2. Brows. How many products do we have for our brows? And no cheating, you guys. I just remembered. We're moving with integrity here. Don't look it up. Just do it by your mind.
Yes.
Thank you for laughing.
So Kelly, are you counting like, if it comes something and comes in different shades, that's only one thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Connie is thinking. I love it. Okay, I'm going to move on to 3. And we have fantastic foundations. How many do we have? And I don't mean luminous and matte. We have 28 in each. That's not what I'm looking for. What specific categories of foundations do we have? And number 4, would you agree or disagree? Are you ready?
Oh,
Thank you. I love the laughter. Okay, would you agree or disagree? It just fits.
yes.
Okay, and number 5. What are your faves in Mary Kay?
How many
Just
can
jot
we
them
list?
down quickly. After you get it done, get the summer lookbook either on your phone or real on your computer, however you want to get that.
And she's talking about this lookbook, you guys, the summer one. If you have one, grab it. If you don't, go to your phone. This is our boot camp training, ladies.
It's always wonderful to take the very first step and understand what we don't know, and then learn it. Okay, so write down as many faves as you want, and then grab your virtual lookbook, the summer lookbook, or the real deal. And go to the cover that looks like this. It has all the faces. Thank you, Donna. And will you all come off your microphones? Just everyone unmute, please. And what's going to happen is I'm going to call out a phrase, and you're going to find that in the lookbook. Once you find it, then say, I found it. And then we'll move forward. Okay, are you ready? You guys are racing against everyone. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Jeannie. She's saying yes. Okay, here we go. Find the lift. That's a phrase. Find the lift. I see Carrie moving. Woo, woo. Find the lift, find the lift, find the lift.
I happen to stumble.
What? What did she say?
You're
Who
looking
has
for the
it?
words called find the lift.
Connie, do you have it?
It's on a page in the lookbook, guys.
I went to the page that I thought was most logical, but I haven't seen it yet.
Find the lift. It's in the front part of the booklet. The first pages. Well, the first like 25 pages.
Can I give him a hint, Kelly?
Sure.
It's on a right page. So if you're looking at the pages, it's not on the left page, it's on a right page. I know that's a really big hint. I shouldn't have.
I found it.
Okay,
Page-
what is it?
Page 23.
And what is it?
Oh,
It's the mascara.
Okay, how many
Oh.
mascaras do we have?
6.
2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6.
6.
Okay, Donna, you got it? And is it Shalina?
Shalane.
Shalane got the page. Donna got the amount. Donna, do you have the page right there?
23, yes.
Okay. Do you like to read out loud or do you, Shalene?
What?
You want me to read it out? Read what out loud?
Yep. See the mascaras right there? And it says, just read out which does what.
Okay. Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara does volumizing, it's long lasting, and separation. Lash Love Lengthening Mascara does lengthening, it's conditioning and separation. Lash Love Panorama is conditioning and not sure if that's lengthening or that looks like separation.
Volume.
Is that volume? Oh,
No, it's separation. You got
Yeah,
it right.
it's volume.
Oh, the next one down is volume. Panorama, I think, is separation. And then the waterproof mascara is waterproof, volumizing, and conditioning. Lash intensity is lengthening and volume. And Lash Love mascara is volume and conditioning.
So nice. So we have 6 different kinds. And when you are facialing someone, have they ever said to you, they went short, stubby eyelashes? No, they do not. They will literally say, I want long, skinny ones, or I want plump ones, or I want ones that look like fake. And so when you know what is what, you can say, oh my goodness, you want eyelashes like they look like they're fake? Then we have the perfect thing. Lash intensity is so amazing. And you can talk about the product with them when they say, well, I'm looking for something just that will spread my lashes apart, and you will know what to say. So that's why we need to know what we are talking about when we need to know our products. Okay, number 2 is Brow Hero. You probably saw it in your skimming already. Brow Hero.
page 16.
Nice. And let's talk about it. Who found that?
Connie.
Connie. Good job, Connie. So your brows, your way, they're your hero. So do you guys know what the new product is?
Clear brow gel.
Yep, clear brow gel. How many products do we have for just our brows alone? Just these beautiful things that give us character.
I want to say 3.
4.
3.
No, 4.
4?
The brow liner,
So-
the brow gel, I added in on the brow tint, but I added in that brush that Diane talked about before.
That's
Nice. Good job. Yay, Diane. That's actually a really good point because that will always upsell.
Yep.
So one area that people actually forget about is our brows. And our brows give us character. So when you are working with ladies, you can say, oh my goodness, we've got to finish the deal. So let's get you some brows. And you literally have them pick out the shade they want for their tint. I mean, their precision, and then the tint, and then the clear. So utilize that. And the brush that Diane talked about as well actually brushes them. I also use, this is crazy, I use everything on our line, and then I add brown espresso on my what are those called, brows as well. So you can continue to understand what to do for our brows, and then you can upsell, and you can also work with them to bring that character. Really, we want to serve them well, but upsell is what it actually ends up doing. So when we serve them well, they will have character for their eyebrows. Okay, the next one is complexion perfection.
Say it again, Kelly.
Complexion perfection.
25.
Good job. That was Carrie, I think, right? I heard
Yep.
your little voice.
Yep.
Okay, talk about that, Carrie.
What do you want to know? We have like 4, if you count the prep. Well, actually, we have 5 if you count setting powder and pressed powder. But we have cream to powder, CC cream, and 3D.
Nice.
What they have on the page.
And the silking powder.
We have
So
the
if
silking
you
powder and pressed powder.
and pressed powder.
More.
So pressed powder is more of a setting, right?
No, the setting powder is more of a setting. Pressed powder, a lot of people use as foundation.
Right, with primer.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you take note of the lineup on this page, complexion perfection, CC cream is the lowest for our complexion as in coverage.
So
Then we move into our everyday, a little more coverage, and then our how many even know we have cream to powder?
I do. I sell a lot of it.
Okay, you guys sell a lot of it. I don't know too often many that know. I know Sonia actually uses it, but cream to powder is like what I would use when I was in drama and you had to completely cover your face. And I use that if I'm going, like if it's at seminar and we're going to awards night, I will use cream to powder. Every single day, I use the full coverage, which is our foundation. And our CC cream, I use that underneath because it's complexion correction. So it helps correct. It also has, the CC cream has a really nice moisturizer if you need hydration for your complexion. I do not. So I'm constantly powdering it as well. Any more comments about, Diane? Any comments about
I was
those?
just gonna say so a lot of people, if they come to me and they say, oh, I wear MAC foundation or whatever, if they use MAC Studio Finish, then it's the one that comes in the thing with the sponge next to it. They're used to dampening the sponge and putting it on. The consultants who sell a lot of cream to powder typically are in all of our humid states, Texas, all over the South, East Coast. I mean, you can obviously wear it here in California, even though it's dry, but the coverage is phenomenal. So you could put your 3D on one side and put cream to powder on the other, and then give it an hour. And I will tell you, the cream to powder, if you know anybody premenopausal or menopausal who has their own personal meltdown, they will love cream to powder because it stays put. It can handle humidity, sweat. So it's a great product. So I would just get your shade, maybe break open 1 or 2, because even if you demo it on the back of their hand, even if the shade's not perfect yet, they'll at least be able to see how the coverage works. So maybe take like the darkest ivory or the lightest beige and just use one as like a little demo, or use your shade. But yeah, I think the cream to powder is an untapped great product.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice?
So, Carrie mentioned people wearing pressed powder, and they do. A lot of people don't like to wear foundation, so we always recommend our primer, which has SPF, and you put that on, and then you put the pressed powder on. Those are for those people that don't, they won't even wear the CC cream, right, Carrie? But they'll
Yeah,
use
it's
pressed
really
powders.
bare. It's like a bare natural, if you want to call it that. It doesn't cover real well, and it doesn't necessarily last through the day.
Yeah.
So
That's the biggest difference between the silky setting powder and the press. The press is also a lot easier to take with you. Using silky setting powder in the front seat of your car is not a good idea. I did that once. I had powder everywhere. So silky setting powder is great at home, but if you do have to touch up, like Carrie said, the pressed powder is the way to go.
yeah.
Did
But
you-
the
Okay,
best
ladies,
for staying is the cream to powder. I sell a lot of that for aging women that need a lot more moisturizer and want it to stay.
nice. Good input.
Did you know?
Okay, ladies, the
Um,
next question was, does it just fit? Find it in your catalog.
Danny Muller, were you trying to say something, babe?
well, I was just gonna say, did you notice in that video that you showed about the berry coloring, she used concealer over her foundation. And I remember on that video that the expert showed they did it before the foundation.
Actually, now they're showing under eye corrector under and concealer on top of. They've been showing that for the last couple of years, which to me seems a little strange, but they say if you've got like a really dark pimple or something, you could put a little underneath, put the foundation on, put a little on top, but
And
they,
blend it.
oh, that's what they've been doing for the last couple of years, saying is they've been showing
Okay,
concealer on top.
okay, that's good.
27
7.
fits.
Okay, so does it just fit?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We can always find someone, if it's not our story that fits their story, we'll find someone. You can find that on In Touch with all of our different nationals, but our lookbook, it's amazing. It touches every personality. And this right here is in every single booklet. In every single beauty book, or what is it, lookbook? In every single lookbook, it has this page in there where it's talking about the business. And it's just wonderful to have for yourself, to look for yourself, and you can actually guide ladies to that as well.
Kelly,
Okay,
real
the
quick,
last one.
if you guys go to this last page, you see that QR code? If you scan that QR code, this is what comes up on your phone. It just fits, and there's 4 or 5 very, very short, it just fits videos. It talks to them all about the career opportunity. It's got 4 or 5 directors. It talks about building confidence. It's not super long. It's just got 2 or 3 things, but that's what shows up on that QR code when you scan the back.
Okay, so is there any more comments about it just fits? Okay, the last one, find it in our lookbook, Mary Kay Faves.
That's on the next.
26.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so it's really important for us, one, that we have our favorites, that we're using the products from head to toe, and we're using it weekly, daily, and we're immersing ourselves in product, because when we do that, we sell it. And it's also very important to know what sells the best in Mary Kay. So they have the faves here, and they literally do. They sell. In fact, that lifting serum, I have 2 clients that will say, I need my crack. They want that lifting serum. They don't leave home without it. So make sure you understand what your favorites are, and then understand what the company knows that sells. Also, during the holidays, all of these items that we've been talking about are on the lower side, and you can sell them very nicely and wrap them darling to be able to sell them. So in conclusion of tonight, it is so important for us to understand what our products do so that we can talk to our ladies when we hear them say, do you know that you could just be in the bank and hear somebody say, my son has super bad acne, I need to figure this out. And then what would you say?
We have an acne treatment system.
Oh my goodness, I am a consultant with Mary Kay. I am your girl. I've got clear proof for you.
And
I'll
it's
give you a
100%
sample.
satisfaction guarantee.
Yeah. So be listening, because people out there are talking all the time, whether it's a perfume or a lipstick, from skincare to their children. Listen and know your product, and you will be able to sell even more.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Kelly. You
Diane.
are amazing. You know what else I love about what Kelly just did, you guys, is that our customers know less than we do. Even if we don't know a lot about it, but if you're new and watching this, you know more than they do. All you know is the miracle set has 4 steps in it. That's more than they know. They don't even know it's called the miracle set. So keep in mind, they want to be informed. They don't need to be completely debriefed. They don't probably, unless they're a biochemist or a whatever, they're probably not going to ask for every ingredient, but they want to know. Like I had a client the other day who literally said to me, Diane, you sell 3 eye creams. How do I know which one I need? I said, that's a great question. So thank God I found the comparison chart that shows all the different eye creams and what each one does. And so based on that chart, she came to the conclusion, not me telling her, but she came to the conclusion, she goes, well, I want the repair one because that does the most for my money. I said, okay. So anyway, all right, Kelly, thank you so much for doing that. And you guys, that's a really fun game to play. So if you want, you could let your customers know that you did PCP and say, hey, I'm having a lookbook treasure hunt on Thursday night, and I'm giving away a free brush set or something outrageous, like give away a charcoal mask or something, and say, all you need to do is jump on. It'll be 20 minutes or under. Just jump on with your lookbook and send them a picture of the new one. Say, just jump on with this and the beverage of your choice, and we're going to have some fun. Well, they'll jump on and you can do exactly what Kelly did. Pick pages that you want them to pay attention to and products you want them to do. Say, okay, you guys hunt for this, type in the chat. Women are competitive. Let me tell you, the Miss Go Give goes right out the door when they're competing with these other ladies they don't know. So just saying, that would be super fun to do. All right, so you guys notice that every week in boot camp, they have featured a weekly plan sheet. And I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. I would love for you, anybody, to come on and share. Have you used this, and how have you noticed it has helped you? Who uses a weekly plan sheet like this, the color-coded thingy graph on here? Does anybody use this, honestly?
Well, I don't use that. I have a calendar, but it's because I pick up kids, so I have to schedule everything.
Okay. Have any of you guys used this before, especially those of you who are new, like Nicole, Shalane, some of you guys are newer. Kim, has anybody ever used this? Or using it during boot camp? So let me share with you guys, I got a chance to listen to about a 15-minute tutorial on the woman who actually put this boot camp together. And one of the things she said in the beginning was, she goes, many directors have asked me, why every week am I including the same weekly sheet? Because you could just print it out once. And she was, because I found that if we didn't talk about it every week, they didn't do it. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Have the end result in mind. So you might want to take a couple notes super quick. When you print this out and you go to use this, you can print it out in black and white for all, it doesn't matter. But when you use this, you become proactive with your time and not reactive. So if you blocked out, today is Tuesday, and you said from 11 to 12, I'm calling all the leads I have, or the hottest leads I have, from either facial boxes, booth events, referrals, whatever. That whole half hour you're spending just doing that. Or maybe on your lunch hour, you're saying, I'm going to go check my 7 facial boxes, or I'm going to go do this. And it's called time blocking, where you set aside 15 minutes, 30 minutes, a half hour, an hour, whatever, and you time block. So today I literally took 1 hour to do nothing other than reach out to every warm chatter lead I got in August, every facial box lead I got, every referral lead, and I did a lot of texting and voice messaging. And so I blocked out that entire hour. Did I answer my phone during that hour? No. Did I look for other people's texting me back? No. I stayed very, very focused on that. So the purpose of doing this is so that if you have something specific in mind, you get closer to your goal. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say you've got $700 in for your star. Star is $1,800, and you've got 7 in, which means you have $1,100 to go. So you need to sell about $1,500 so you can put some in your pocket. Of course, you can profit the whole second half of the month, but you need to have at least that cash. So with that end result in mind, you have to say to yourself, what can I do today that's going to generate me sales to move closer to star? Now, hear my heart, you guys. You don't want to be so driven by sales that women can sense that. Women can sense that a million miles away. So if you come across, are you going to buy? Are you going to buy? Are you going to buy? You're going to walk home with all your product. But when you go with a servant's heart and you say, Kim says to me, well, Don, I have sun damage. I don't know. What do you suggest? I said, well, what's your routine like now? I'm just going to ask her more questions. If she says, I'm a minimalist, I don't want to do anything. I'd say, well, Kim, then to be honest with you, number one is sunscreen. Do you wear sunscreen? No. Well, that would be the first place for you and I to start. So that way your spots don't get darker. Then we get, so the point of it is have your end result in mind and think back and say, okay, if I want to be at 1,800 by the 15th, you do not want to miss the first quarter, you guys. I don't care if you have $300 in or $200 in, you can still be a star consultant this first quarter. Okay. And so it's having those things in mind. What do you want to do? What, how much do you need to sell? Who could you have to your house this weekend? Could you do a Friday night pop-up and invite anybody who has a packet, anybody who lives within 10 miles of you, you could drop a packet off? I mean, you guys, if Mary Kay told you that she's going to give you $1,000 check if you were a star consultant, how many of you would do it? You all would be going, oh my God, I got to be a star. Okay, so you play the game. If it's going to put you, in fact, Shalane got a referral because Shalane was a star consultant. She had a woman join her team who didn't even know her. She went on Mary Kay website and said, I'm looking for a consultant. Didn't even reach out to Shalane, joined her team. And I called Shalane to congratulations on her new team member. She goes, I don't know anybody by that name. Well, we called the girl and she said, well, I just joined the top person who was on the website. But Shalane was a star consultant. So it's super important, guys. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You just have to know I'm getting there. I have made the decision. I'm going to get there. You reach out to your director and say, I've got this much to go. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. Maybe you do a double deal day this Saturday. Let everybody know on Thursday that Saturday and Sunday or Friday and Saturday are double deal days. Gang, if they're going to spend $200 to get 8 things at half off, we're talking like a $300 or $400 reorder. Okay, that would be fine, right? So keep in mind, so the weekly plan sheets, as much of you guys might be thinking, oh, I don't really want to do that. I'm not kidding you. You do one of those for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, you will become so much more efficient. You'll feel better about yourself. You don't beat yourself up over, I didn't get this done today. I didn't get this done today. Does that make sense? Okay. So
May I say something?
Absolutely.
Diane, may I say something? Diane.
Yes, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. When I first came into Mary Kay, my first week, Diane took out the weekly plan sheet, and I worked full time, and I'm a pastor's wife, and she knelt down and she took out that weekly plan sheet and she worked it with me so I could see how to do it. And then I went home and I did it. And it did worlds of wonders because I wasn't that way before. So I just have to tell you, I'm testimony of that weekly plan sheet. Thank you,
And
Diane.
I used to do because I would just say, okay, what do I need to be doing now? Because you get caught up in the busyness of the day. And I look up before I know it, it's 3:30 and time to go get kids or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to my day? So it's super important. You put the most important IPAs. Mary Kay says, if you wouldn't pay somebody $50 to $100 to do it, you should be doing it before 8 a.m. or after 8 p.m. But 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is people time. You could be out running an errand at the post office and meeting somebody, making a delivery and meeting somebody. So it's using those times to be really productive. And especially if you're busy, like Carrie, some of you have got kids or grandkids and stuff, you've got to be proactive with your time because that's one of the only things you don't get back is time. All right. So with that said, here's your 24-hour challenge. And by the way, if anybody wants to see, in fact, I'll do it as soon as I stop the recording. I'm going to pull up a weekly plan sheet of a consultant who came to me and said, I have a full-time job, but I really need to make this work and I want to go into DIQ. How am I going to fit this in? And I'll show you what her weekly plan sheet looked like. But here's your 24 to 48-hour challenge. So it's a 24-hour challenge because the event is tomorrow. Your goal is to have 3 to 5 people on Miranda Rain's event tomorrow with Janice. And you guys, I'm not kidding you. It's going to make you want to go in your closet and say, these 13 things can now go in a box. Apparently they're very dated. And these things that I had under my bed that are the big leopard print or the big cable sweaters or whatever, those are back in, get those out. And so she's going to go over all the trends. I promise you, your guests are going to have a blast tomorrow night. So the goal is to invite probably, I'm going to say 13 to 20 to get 3 to 5 on and say to them, can't use these words. Can I count on you? I know you're going to have a blast. Can I count on you? And I'm going to put you into a drawing and I'm giving away a masking set. Maybe if you've got one of these, you do your own little raffle and give away a masking set to your customer. unless your customers all win stuff from Janice, which would be even better. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you had fun tonight. Thank you, Kelly, for doing the lookbook game. That's a super fun thing. I hope you guys love the product launch. You could see that in a separate video. And you know what? This business is about putting product on faces and just pampering women, getting them to pause their life for just an hour. All right,
Diane,
you guys, thanks for being on. And if you guys want to see a quick weekly plan sheet, just stay on.
Diane,
Yes, ma'am.
the first video in the